What's up, everybody? My name is Kason. Welcome back to the BBR. This is week number 3, going up against JRicky and the Gigaton Hammers. I am incredibly excited for this match. If you don't know who JRicky is, you're probably living under a rock. He puts out fantastic content, but if you don't know who he is, please go check him out. His description is down below. This is going to be a good one, though. We are currently 1-1 plus 2. He is 2-0 plus 8. And I think genuinely his team, I think he's probably considered the favorite to win the whole thing. So we've got our work cut out for us. We're going to see if we can take him down. He's got a very scary team with a Iron Bundle with an incredible speed tier, Ogerpon Cornerstone who has momentum, spikes, just crazy good Ivy Cudgel, and a Terra Captain Zarude, which is an absolutely enormous threat. It's probably the best Terra Captain in the format, and he has a bunch of other really nice rotational pieces to assist these top 3. So in order to beat him this week, this is the roster that we are going to bring. First up to bat is going to be none other than Black Noir, the Zoroark Hisuian. We're rocking a choice specs this week. We did this in week 1 and it worked well. We're trying it again. We've got Bitter Malice, Flamethrower, Psychic, and Trick. Now, realistically, Bitter Malice is what I'm going to click on almost every turn in this battle. Unless I'm in front of a Zarude, I might be able to Flamethrower, depends on what his Terra type is, or I can Trick and basically just give him a choice specs. The thing about Bitter Malice that's really good into his roster is that his only Ghost Resist is Zarude, which 1, I think he will probably tear out of the resistance, but 2, it lowers the attack stat of anything it hits. It's guaranteed, and he has a lot of physical attackers, so this move is super spammable. But in order to take advantage of the Zoroark fully, we are leading the Zoroark disguised as this guy, the Iron Crown A-Train. We've got Tachyon Cutter, Psychic Noise, Focus Blast, Calm Mind, and a booster energy item. Got max speed, 172 special attack, a pretty basic set. Now, the reason we are leading the Zoroark disguised as this guy is because Swampert is a Pokemon we don't deal with incredibly well based on the team that we're bringing, so I'm looking to try and get Chip on it. If I lead Iron Crown and he leads something like the Ogerpon Cornerstone, which I think is likely because it's a phenomenal lead with its sturdy ability, he will likely switch out into Swampert. I will do a bunch of damage to it, and then this actual Iron Crown can do a ton of work later in the battle. The third mon we are bringing this week is Ashley the Muck for the very first time this season. Drain Punch, Poison Jab, Knockoff, and Curse with the Black Sludge and Poison Touch ability. Now, basically, we are going to live 2 hits from Iron Bundle, pretty much guaranteed here. With the max HP and max special defense, this is our dedicated switch into that thing. I do expect it to probably go for Flip Turn a lot of times, but if it tries to catch us with a Hydro Pump or Ice Beam, we can live that and potentially just do a ton of damage back with the Drain Punch, and Knockoff just getting rid of items is really nice. Looking at JRicky's team, though, he has tons and tons of momentum, and for that reason, I wanted a Rocky Helmet user this week. We're bringing Rotom Heat. I was originally going to run a Rocky Helmet on Muck, but we decided to run it on Rotom. We're going Overheat, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split with max special attack, modest nature, and max HP. Now, honestly, we don't really need a whole lot of speed in this matchup, just based off of the speed tiers up top. Everything that we will outspeed, I don't expect to be running speed, and if Blaziken gets a speed boost, then it really doesn't matter anyway. We wouldn't outspeed it regardless. So obviously, max damage that we can possibly get and a bunch of HP, I think works pretty well on this set. The next mon is one that I'm very excited about. We're bringing the Terra Iron Hands. We've got Butcher with the Booster Energy and Terra Ghost this week. Now, as I said, Zoroark Hisuian clicking Bitter Malice, there's not a lot of Ghost switch-ins. This is the same thing and why we're going Terra Ghost on Iron Hands. And now, this obviously does make us weaker to Zarude with the knockoff move. However, because of our booster energy item, he will not be able to do that extra damage because we don't have an item. So it actually won't hit insanely hard. We can take a couple knockoffs. And if we do, we've got Drain Punch to get a bunch of health back, Thunder Punch and Terra Blast to basically hit the entire team. If we get one single Sword Stance up, it could be pretty rough for his team. And last but not least is our captain of the team. It is the Iron Valiant. It is Homelander rocking the Expert Belt item this week. Now we've got Moonblast, Psyshock, Thunderbolt, and Vacuum Wave. And the reason behind this is that Expert Belt gives us a couple of really nice damage calculation, basically thresholds, in order to 2-hit KO or 1-hit KO certain mons. And basically we 2-hit KO essentially everything on the team. The one mon I expect to come is the Fezandipity to answer this. I expect it to be the Poison Resist Berry, but if we can get rid of that berry at some point during the battle, I think Valiant can potentially go crazy. Vacuum Wave is here for the priority, and now we are not a speed boosting item, but with the Expert Belt, Vacuum Wave can potentially one-hit KO Iron Bundle. However, I do think it will have a little bit of bulk, but if we can get one hit, it really doesn't matter what the hit is on the Iron Bundle, it will be in the threshold of Vacuum Wave to take it out. So guys, this is the roster that we're bringing into JRicky's team. No hazards this week. The basic theme here is I'm just going to try and click buttons. I really think just trying to force switch-ins into really powerful hits and let Valiant KO in the endgame is overall the best way to win this game. So we're going to see if it goes and pays off for me. But we're going to face off against JRicky. Should be a ton of fun. Again, please go check him out. But let's hop into the battle. All right, let's go. Okay, and so we are Terraghost on Iron Hands, and he is apparently Terraghost on Zarude. He says have fun. Good luck, have fun. Should be a good time. I'm really looking forward to this. JRicky is an awesome battler. So what did he bring? He brings the Blaziken. No Pheasantipity is actually a surprise. This is a little bit more of an offensive team than I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I have enough answers for this Blaziken. I didn't do a whole lot of prep for it. I honestly didn't think it was coming. I don't know why I thought that, but I didn't. Okay, so I think I kind of want to just lead Zoroark disguised as Iron Crown here. My thought is that if he goes Ogerpon lead to try and get some spikes, he will have to respect the Choice Scarf on Iron Crown, and he'll have to switch out. And I can get a Bitter Malice on something, and hopefully it's the Swampert. So Terraghost on Zarude. I'm really wishing I had knockoff on Valiant right now, but that means Zoroark actually goes insane. I almost could just lead Hands, but I'm gonna lead Zoroark. That was kind of my original idea. But if Zarude Terras into Ghost, Bitter Malice Choice Specs just goes nuts here. Like, absolutely nuts. Terraghost on the Zarude is interesting. Probably mainly just, obviously, I have 2 fighting types. So, you know, taking no damage from that is obviously really good for him. That's a really cool trainer card with the sad hair cross. It's pretty funny. Best of luck to JRicky. Should be a good one. He is phenomenal, so we'll see. And it is the Ogerpon. Okay, so this is why we disguised as Crown. This guy, I think, has to respect Choice Scarf. I think he has to, right? I'm going to click Bitter Malice. I don't really care what switch is in here. I will click Bitter Malice. He should respect the Scarf here, I think. I think he should probably go Swampert. If we speed tie and he hits me, that really sucks. But I don't think he would Cudgel. If anything, maybe he would U-turn or something. He does withdraw. So he respects the Scarf, which I kind of thought. All-Star, I don't know who that is. Oh, this is the Swampert. So this is my exact plan. This is exactly what I was hoping for. And that is decent damage. Is that Assault Vest? Does that tell me anything? No leftovers. So it could be a high roll on Assault Vest. It also could be just a kind of Spadef version. But I don't have a whole lot of Swampert switch-ins here. So I think I will just Malice again and take my damage. And hopefully he's a physical set. If he's a physical set, he'll be -2 attack. And he won't hurt us that much. So based on that bulk, I don't think he would one-shot us with any physical attack. I think he would have to be special. He could go Zarude here on the Bitter Malice, but unless he's somehow like Clear Amulet, he's still going to be -1. And I think there we could go into Iron Hands. So this is kind of what I was hoping for on the lead. This is kind of what I was hoping for, because obviously with the Ogerpon lead, he has to respect the Scarf. We get the Bitter Malice off again. That's a 3-hit KO. Swampert's almost dead, which is lovely. And he goes for Rock. So he is just Spadef. He is not AV. So he does get Rocks up. We don't have any removal. So if I take this kill, he probably goes Iron Bundle, right? Which if he does, I can go Ashley. So I think I'll just do this. And if for some reason he wants to save this, you know, we get a ton of damage on something. Is that a problem if he goes into Zarude? Like after. If I kill this and he goes into Zarude? I don't think so. I think Hands can do okay there. Hopefully not famous last words. But I will just take my kill here unless he wants to sack it. He's Custap Berry. That's really cool. I didn't even consider that. It is EQ. He is -2 attack, so it doesn't do crazy amounts of damage. But Custap Berry is very cool. Good stuff, JRicky. Honestly, that's fantastic. So we do claim a kill. So decent. Obviously, we're not going to be able to disguise Zoroark very well the rest of the game, but I'm not worried about that. My plan was basically just like turn 1 was the big thing in terms of disguising it. Also, I don't think he has a ton of good switch-ins for Hands anymore. So this is the Iron Bundle. Now, I think I go Muck. He could U-turn or flip turn. If he flip turns, is there anything really, really scary for this? The thing is, like, he doesn't have Bitter Malice switch-ins, so I think I always go... I think I said Wheezing. I always go Muck every time here and just kind of play it from there. We'll see. But other than stuff that is faster than us, which should just be this bundle, Choice Spec Zoroark still does a ton of work. Plus, I can potentially trick onto something like the Zarude. Does go for the U-turn. Does go for the U-turn. And I think we're Black Sludge. I almost ran Rocky Helmet on this thing just to get a little bit of chip so that Vacuum Wave can kill it with Iron Valiant. I'm kind of wishing I did because that would have been just the chip we need. And Muck, holy cow, this thing is huge. Like, this is taking up literally the entire screen. What is going on here? Ashley is taking the entire screen right now. What is happening? So, I mean, what does he go here? Does he go into something to set up? Or does he just go Mesprit, maybe? The thing is, I'm not playing this game to switch out a lot of times. This is like one of the only times I was probably going to do it. Ogre Pond. Do you kill me with anything in one hit? I don't think so. Does the Stomping Tantrum kill us? Nope. So we could Drain Punch, potentially. Is there any reason I can't Drain Punch? What is the worst case scenario? I always have Vacuum Wave to deal chip. So I think I Drain Punch here. Let's see what he wants to go for. My main strategy here is I just want to try and get damage off as much as possible. Goes for the knockoff, interestingly enough. So knocks off the Black Sludge. We could have been Sticky Hold. That's an interesting play. That might put it into range of Vacuum Wave from Valiant, to be honest. So now I don't even know if I need to Drain Punch. I could Poison Jab or knock off on the Mesprit switch in, because Drain Punch isn't going to kill, right? So, I mean, he might just kill us with Cudgel anyway, but if he doesn't, if he U-turns or something, otherwise, is there any reason I have to keep Muck around? Not really, because it doesn't, like, thoroughly check Bundle. It really only does it once. I think I click Knock. I'll click Knock here in case he U-turns. If he does Cudgel, does this kill? This might be a roll. Oh my god, we live on 1. Muck, Ashley the GOAT. That's actually sick. I will Poison Jab, I guess. I will Poison Jab, because Poison Jab would kill this thing, I think. And if he switches, then cool, I guess. I'll Poison Jab. Goes for Knock, takes out the Muck. That is fine. So Ogre Pond's at like 35%. Swampert is gone. We are faster than this thing with Zoroark. Could claim a kill there if I want. I also could go into Crown, right? With booster speed. There's no Corviknight. There's no Corviknight. This thing puts out quite a bit of pressure, to be honest. I think I want to do that. I think I want to go Crown here. So I'll go Crown, and then I imagine he just gets rid of this thing. I would be very surprised if he doesn't. So we are booster speed. And then I think I Tachyon every time. Yeah, like nothing really wants to take a Tachyon cutter. So I will do that. He withdraws. I'm actually surprised. Is this... What does he go into? Goes into Good For You. Goes into the Mesprit. Okay. Interesting that Mesprit is the check here. Is that just like max the death? That is not taking much damage here. Is that 28? That might be Assault Vest. Legitimate. I can't tell if that's a really low roll for max special defense, or if it is actually Assault Vest. I think it might be Assault Vest, to be honest. So, I don't want to Calm Mind here. I mean, what is this thing going to do to me? Is it just going to Healing Wish or something? Maybe this is a dumb play. I'm going to Calm Mind one time. I mean, I don't think he's going to click, like, Encore. I don't think. He could, but I can't tell him. I really need to get one of those damage rulers to tell how much damage this did. Thunderwave. Okay, that's actually a really great play. I don't know why I didn't really think of that. So, yeah, smart move. Thunderwave makes a ton of sense. So it's not AV. It is just max special defense. So I think I always Tachyon again. Hopefully it doesn't have Encore now that it's faster than me. I think it's faster than me. And we're Para. That sucks. That really sucks. And now it does Encore. That's tough. That is tough. All right, good play. The full Para kind of sucks because we really could have used that chip. I don't think it's going to let me Tachyon, right? Or does it? Can only use Calm Mind. That's really annoying because it gets me on the Calm Mind, not the Tachyon cutter. Even though I clicked it. That's actually really annoying. What do I want to go in on this? He's got me in a really tough spot. I mean, how much is hands taking from that? Do I need Rotom? Not really. It also can't get parried. I think I'll go Rotom here. I don't know that I need Rotom, because I don't think he even techs a grass move on Zarude. So I don't know how much that even really matters. When he withdraws, what does he go into? Hopefully not Bundle. Bundle is probably his switch. I don't think that's Bundle, right? No, that's Blaziken. Okay. Blaziken is a little spooky. Does he just CC me? Could Speed Boost Blaziken just like win here? No, I mean, I can always have Iron Hands after. I can always switch in with Iron Hands after. He would take Rocky Helmet Chip as well. Does he protect? I think my play is always to stay in, and then I can go Iron Hands after, I think. I think I just Volt Switch. He might just protect. He does not. He goes for Stone Edge. Okay. Good play. So Blaziken's going to get a kill. And he's Life Orb. Okay. Does get the speed boost. So how much damage can this guy do to my Iron Hands? A good bit. A good bit for sure. Iron Hands, Drain Punch would almost kill. He's +1 speed, so I have to go here. I don't think I have any other play. He's got me in a really tough spot, to be honest. This game's going to be pretty tricky now, I think. I'm going to need Iron Hands to put in a lot of work here, I think. All right, so this guy, I mean, what is the best move he can get to hit me? I mean, he gets knockoff, but we don't have an item. So I think I actually Terra Ghost here. Because then if he CCs, like, it doesn't do a lot. And I think I just Terra Ghost Drain Punch. We'll see. If he clicks knockoff, it's super effective, but we don't have an item. So that benefits us. If he clicks Flare Blitz, which I think is probably the most likely play, I think we would kill with the Drain Punch after the recoil. And we would heal some back up. We'll see. He does go for the Flare Blitz. Makes a ton of sense. Does a lot of damage, man. Does a lot of damage. He does get the recoil, which is good. Plus the Life Orb. So this Drain Punch should definitely always kill, which it does. So Iron Hand gets a kill on the board. Which is lovely. And now what does he go into? Does he go just Zarude here and just click knock? Do we die to a knock? I think we take max 43 from a knock. So we shouldn't die to that, I don't think. And then the read just becomes, do I think he Terras or not? Unless I swap out. I can check to see if I live a round of rocks with... Actually, he could just have Terra Blast Ghost. If he has Terra Blast Ghost. Oh, he goes into Overclock. Interesting. I guess just to get more chip because he knows Zarude doesn't kill here. Do I let hands get chip? Or do I just... What is my answer to Zarude? If it, like, if Zarude kills me, I can come into Zoroark after. I need a little bit of chip on it, though, to win with Valiant. I think I just Drain Punch here. So I think Crown can live a hit from Bundle. I think I Drain Punch, because I think I might need Crown to deal a little bit. That's going to do a lot of damage. Yep, that does a lot of damage. That sucks. So Iron Hands will claim another. But that's all it's going to claim, I think. I don't think it's going to get any more than that. And now I think he probably just goes Zarude here. He also could just go Bundle freely, actually. Bundle would be a completely fine play by him. Yeah, he's going to go into Bundle. Makes sense. Okay, now, I don't think Iron Hands really does anything for me anymore. I think I let this thing go, and then I go into Crown and hopefully get some chip so that Valiant can kill with a Vacuum Wave. I'll Terra Blast here. Goes for Ice Beam. Okay. So that should take me out. Alright, so Bundle takes out Hands. He's got Ice Beam. If he is locked into a move or something, obviously, then Crown is really good here. I don't think he would be, and I imagine he just U-turns. But we will see. Honestly, I'm almost certain he U-turns, right? There's no way he doesn't U-turn. If he's locked into Ice Beam, he's not going to stay in on this. He's going to go to Mesprit. And if he's not locked, he's going to click U-turn because he doesn't want to take chip on this Bundle, I don't think. So I kind of think I just go hard Zoroark on the U-turn. I know this is a crazy play, but I think I have to make it, right? Because if I don't, he goes into Mesprit. I deal a little bit of damage because I pressure that. Does Mesprit die? It's at what, like 75%? Yeah, it does. I'm going to make a play. I think he U-turns here. I don't see a world where he doesn't U-turn. This U-turn should not kill. I don't see a world where he doesn't U-turn here. Please show me the U-turn. Please say I made this play right. Yep. Oh, baby. That's the plays we like to make. Those are the plays we like to make. So he makes the U-turn. Does he go into Mesprit or does he go into Zarude? If it's Zarude, then I think he's Scarfed. Which if he's Scarfed, then I can go into Valiant after, I think. Dance Monkey. Is this really Scarf Zarude? I think it is. Gotta be, right? I mean, I don't have another play. If he's Scarfed, he's Scarfed. I trick, right? He's not Scarfed. And now he is Specs, which is great. So what did he go for? Tell me he went for a setup move. Please tell me he went for like bulk up or something. We got leftovers. Goes for Trailblaze. But he is locked into Trailblaze at the moment. So that's fine. That is perfectly fine, right? So I don't think there's any world Valiant lives a hit from Bundle, right? He can live an Ice Beam and actually maybe live a Hydro Pump if it's not like Specs or something. Actually, no, after Rocks, we would live an Ice Beam, I think, after Rocks, but probably not a Pump. Do I go into A-Train here, or do I go into Homelander and start Moonblasting? How much does Trailblaze do? 27 to 33? I don't think I can take the chip. I think I have to go into Crown here. I think I have to go into Crown. I don't think I can afford the Trailblaze chip because I need to potentially be able to live a hit from Bundle, I think. Because I don't think I'm going to one-shot that guy. So here, I think I will just Tachyon. Tachyon's my click for the rest of the game, I think. Right? He's going to swap out. This should be the Mesprit. If it's Bundle, then, you know, fantastic. But this is going to be a very hard end game for me to win, I think. We do get the Tachyon cutter off, so that's great. Yo Chunk has the Citrus Berry, the JRicky special. He loves Citrus Berry. And it's a great bring from at the moment, to be honest. I think I always Tachyon Cutter here. I think I just keep Tachyon Cuttering. I can't risk going for Calm Mind and getting Encored into it. I just can't. So I think this is going to be extremely hard to win, though. Zarude Terra Blast, does it kill Valiant? I don't imagine it one-shots, right? Would it one-shot me? And of course we get fully parried. That is actually super annoying. That really sucks. I mean, does he go for knockoff now? We don't even die to a knockoff, right? We shouldn't. After... Actually, he's going to Terra Ghost. Terra Ghost, Terra Blast. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? So yeah, he should just kill us with that. And then I don't think Valiant's going to be able to win in the end game. So I think we're probably going to lose this one. This paralysis, honestly, was really tough. And the full para earlier really sucked because it locked us into Calm Mind instead of Tachyon Cutter. Because otherwise, we at least have like a +1 crown with Tachyon Cutter going. But the fact that it locked us into the, you know, Calm Mind was really tough. But this should take us out, I think. I can't imagine we live one of these. We do live. We should get some chip. We do. Not a ton. And it is spexed into this now. But that doesn't really matter. I mean, I always Tachyon anyway, because I can't take the extra damage on Valiant. So Terra Blast will take us out. Terra Zarude, man. Absolute monster. Kind of wishing I had some setup on Valiant right now. I don't have a way to one-hit KO this Zarude. And Terra Blast will not take us out, but kind of doesn't matter. So here, I think it's always Moonblast, right? After the Citrus and the full para, I don't even know if we can 2-hit KO Mesprit. I don't think we can. So yeah, I think this game is just over. I don't think there's anything we can do at this point. I will Moonblast. I think that 2-hit KOs. He's going to Terra Blast. This should never kill us. Yeah, actually, I think we even live another one. Unfortunately, though, we are not Calm Mind, so that is really tough. Yeah, I will Moonblast here. Hopefully this takes a KO. It doesn't. That is brutal. That is brutal. Hopefully Terra Blast doesn't take a KO here, so at least we can make the differential better, but I don't think we're going to win this one. We do live. So yeah, I will Moonblast one more time. And fortunately for me, he does not go into Mesprit to save differential. So thank you for that, JRicky. If he goes into bundle, like maybe, just maybe, Vacuum Wave can kill. He would have to be like no bulk. He'd have to be no bulk, and I'd have to crit. Or not crit, but I'd have to high roll. And the fact that he went into this, he probably has some bulk, or at least like Chopple or something. So I will Vacuum Wave. Any chances kills? Nope, not even close. I don't know if that's a low roll. He probably just has some bulk, but either way, GG's to JRicky. Awesome game. Honestly, I didn't feel like super great about my prep this week, and I think it showed. At the same time, like maybe we could have won this. It's one of those situations where I think if I was running Rocky Helmet, like my original plan was on Muck, to get the chip on the U-turn from bundle, it would have died to this Vacuum Wave right here, I think, which means it would have been in range for that. But the other thing is I would have had to not get fully parried on the T-Wave. I would have needed the Rocky Helmet chip plus the no full paras to actually win this game. So I think that was definitely the difference. I actually really thought about running Knockoff instead of Moonblast this week too, which actually would have been a better play, I think, because it would have made us at least do more damage to the Mesprit, and we could have done more damage to like the Zarude and stuff like that too. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting game. Honestly, JRicky is like, I think, the favorite to kind of win it all. So I knew this game was going to be tough. I think we hung with him. It was a close one for sure, but I would have liked to obviously pick up the win. At the end of the day, though, it is what it is. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, next week should be a really fun one as well. We're going up against who is a very, very good player, and they have a very scary team. So should be a good one. We'll catch you guys next week.